What is up, lovely people of the world, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Cinematic Black Facts with your girl, Alicia G. This is a quick look into Black people and other people of color in the cinematic history you never learned. Yes, thank you, Simone. So, let's just dive right on in, shall we? This week we have a person that was known during the well-renowned golden age of cinema in Mexico. They were also the first Latin American to be nominated for a Golden Globe and won, and was also the first Latin American to be nominated for an Oscar. Now this person, sadly, I have never heard of, which is so beyond disrespectful, especially with the accomplishments this person did. But that's okay. That's why I have this series, because you ain't just learning, it's also me. Now this person this week is named Maria Cristina Isela Maricela Jurado Garcia. She's also commonly known in Hollywood as Katy Jurado. So let's learn a little bit more about the lovely and talented Katy.
Katy Jurado was born into a wealthy family on January 16, 1924. Her early years were spent amid luxury until her family's lands were confiscated by the federal government. When movie star Emilio Fernandez discovered Katy at the age of 16 and wanted to cast her in one of his films, Jurado's grandmother objected to her wish to becoming a movie actress. To get around the ban, Katy slipped from the grasp of her family's control by marrying actor Victor Velasquez, who she had 2 children, a daughter and a son with. Jurado eventually made her debut in No Manchas in 1943 during what has been called the golden age of Mexican cinema. Blessed with a stunning beauty and assertive personality, Katy specialized in playing determined women in a wide variety of films in Mexico and the United States. Her looks were evocative of the indigenous people of Mexico, and she used what she called her distinguished and sensuous look to carve a niche for herself in Mexican cinema. In addition to acting, Katy worked as a movie columnist, radio reporter, and bullfighting critic to support her family. She was on assignment when filmmaker Bud Boticher and actor John Wayne spotted her at a bullfight. Neither knew she was an actress. However, Boticher, who was also a professional bullfighter, cast Jurado in his 1951 film Bullfighter and the Lady, opposite Gilbert Roland, as the wife of an aging matador. She had rudimentary English skills and memorized and delivered her lines phonetically. Despite this handicap, her strong performance brought her to attention of the Hollywood producer Stanley Kramer, who cast her in the classic western High Noon in 1952, starring Gary Cooper and Grace Kelly. Jurado learned to speak English for the role and studied and taking classes 2 hours a day for 2 months. She earned a Golden Globe Award for Best Supporting Actress and gained notice in the American movie industry. With her superb performance, Jurado proved that Latina women can be more than just sex bots in the American cinema. Importantly, working against the tropes of racist cinema, she used her talents to introduce the American cinema the model of the unstereotyped Mexican woman who was identifiably Mexican. One of the best examples of this can be seen at the end of the middle of her career, when Jurado played Sheriff Slim Pickens' wife in Pat Garrett and Billy the Kid in 1973. In 1954, Jurado was chosen to play Spencer Tracy's Comanche wife in the film Broken Lance, directed by Edward Dimtrick. Jurado was then selected for the role despite the resistance of the studio because of her youth. 2 years after High Noon, Jurado received an Academy Award nomination as Best Supporting Actress for her role in Broken Lance, making her the first Mexican-American actress thus honored. Her son Victor Hugo died tragically in an accident on the highway near Monterrey in 1981. This tragedy plunged her into a deep depression that she could never overcome and led her to abandon her acting career for a few years. In 1984, John Huston convinced her to resume her career as an actress. She acted in Huston's film Under the Volcano, and the same year she co-starred in the short-lived television series AKA Pablo, a situation comedy series for ABC. Marlon Brando was smitten with Jurado after seeing her in High Noon. They met when Brando was in Mexico filming Viva Zapata in 1952. However, their first date became the beginning of an extended affair that lasted many years and peaked at the time they worked together on One-Eyed Jacks in 1960, a film directed by Brando. During the filming of the movie Veracruz in 1954, Jurado met the American actor Ernest Borgnine, who became her second husband on December 31, 1959. Although initially their relationship was harmonious, the situation became complicated over the course of their marriage. The temperament of both led to numerous violent confrontations, some of which were documented by the newspaper of the time. Jurado and Borgnine finally divorced in 1963. Towards the end of her life, Jurado suffered from heart and lung ailments. She died of kidney failure and pulmonary disease on July 5, 2002, at the age of 78 in her home in Mexico. Jurado has a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame at 7065 Hollywood Boulevard for her contributions to motion picture.
With all that being said, I am so sad that I never learned about this woman, but I'm happy that I finally took the initiative to learn now. And I should have learned about her since my degree is in entertainment studies. But since school is used as a capitalistic system, but we're not going to get into that. No matter what, even though she started her career in Mexico, she still had a very important life and career in the entertainment industry that we all know and love. So, without further ado, here on Cinematic Black Facts, we honor you, we salute you, we thank you, but most importantly, Miss Jurado, we respect you and thank you for everything you did for your community, especially in entertainment. Who do you want to see next on Cinematic Black Facts? Let your girl know down below in the comments, and that is a cut, a print, a slate, and a wrap on this week's episode. I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.